What was your question?
How did you start?
So how did I start? It's a very interesting question there. Okay.
And what made you start?
What made me to start? Truth is, there comes a point in your life when you have to ask yourself, I always say this anyway. There will be that point in your life when you have to ask yourself, Mara, is this all there is to life? Especially when you're currently doing something and you're not feeling it. And it's depressing you. It's taking a lot from you. And you can feel it now. This is just not who I am. This is not how I see my life in future. It starts there. It really starts there. The minute you ask yourself, is this all there is to life? Then you know there should be more you should be doing. There is more that you should be doing. It started there with myself. So I asked myself that question. I was doing my third year in BXI in 2016. I was depressed. That year was my most depressed year. I was depressed that year. I had to ask myself, is this really how I see my life being for the rest of my life? Waking up with no purpose in life. Waking up to God knows what. You see, I just wake up. I don't want to wake up. I dread the sound of the alarm. When when you feel like the alarm stole your joy. Have you ever felt that?
I did. Like 1,000 times.
Exactly. You see, when you feel like you can just you can just press the snooze button for the next 20 hours and continue sleeping. Have you ever felt that?
Yeah, I do. Think I'm gonna switch off the phone.
Exactly, switching off the phone. You see, that's when you know, my ninja. That's when you know. No, man. There's more to me. There is more that I should be doing, because this life that I'm living right now, I'm not living my potential. I am not living my best life. I don't enjoy this life. I don't love this life at this point. That's exactly when you know. And that's like I said to you earlier, it starts with just 2 words. 2 words can change the rest of your life, now and forever. Just 2, my ninja. I quit. People usually say that quitting is for the faint-hearted. It's like, it's like, quitting is not an option. That's a lie. The same way that they say failure is not an option. I think failure is an option. And I think failure has to be there. One has to fail. One has to fail. You see. So failure is an option and quitting is an option. I quit trying to please everyone with my life. I quit trying to live someone's life when I know that I'm not being me. I quit. Those 2 words, they can change the rest of your life. And that's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did in 2016. You see, I went through that year. I was depressed. And I remember I got my results at the end of the year. With BXI, accounting science, you have to pass 4. And then if you don't pass all 4, you don't get the BXI degree. You know that?
Yeah.
I passed 3. Well, I passed 2. I failed 2 in 2016. I got 2 subs. Guess what happened? Guess what happened?
With the subs.
Yes. I didn't want to write those subs. I remember the day before I wrote FINEC. I was on my toes. I was crying. I was down, like I was out. I was complete. I was down. Thinking of that day, it's even a bit emotional. Really, it is even a bit emotional. Because I remember that day perfectly as if it was just yesterday. I was at EOH, seated there. I remember watching this motivational video, which was saying, what was it? It was something along the lines of crawl, like keep crawling, like you'll get there. I didn't feel it. I didn't want to do it. You see, I cried. Like I didn't feel that. I didn't feel this whole degree anymore. I was like, God, why am I doing this? I know this is not who I want to be. Why am I doing this? Why am I putting myself through this pressure? For what? Why? For what purpose? For what? Most emotional day, man. I was depressed. I had reached my rock bottom on that day. I remember going to write that FINEC test exam the next day. It was a supplementary. So that was after I've written text, and then the next day I was writing FINEC. You see, I remember going there, and no, my heart was not there. My heart was not there. I got a 25. I got a 25 for a whole exam. Imagine, a 25. My heart was not there at all.
How did you feel?
Yeah?
How did you feel?
Of course. I felt like, what's happening? What's happening? But then, one thing that I learned from all of that was that I had to rise up to who I am, to who I truly am, to my own power, to my own potential. You see, I had to rise up to who I want to be. Not who they want me to be, but who I want to be myself. You see, I made that choice that day. I was like, you know what? Whether I repeat third year BXI or I don't, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But what matters is, even if I do repeat this BXI degree, I'm not gonna give it my all. I will not let it drain me. You see, I stopped attending classes the whole year. That was last year, 2017. I didn't attend any class the whole year. And I mean, you can guess what happened at the end of the year. You can guess what happened at the end of the year.
There's no way.
I actually passed two. The same two that I passed the previous year.
2016.
And in 2016, I passed that sub exam for text. So I did pass it. So I passed those two again. Those two, which is Menfin and auditing. I failed FINEC, I failed text. I got 2 subs. A repeat of last year. But this time, it was different. At this point of my life, it was different. I had already told myself that I am not gonna live someone's dreams. I am not gonna live someone's life. I'm gonna live my own life. You see, that's exactly what happened. I remember I got this email saying I have 2 subs, and they gave me the dates for the subs. I had to go to Kenya for the Global Youth Peace Summit, which we were hosting. The African Dream Movement was hosting in Kenya. That was the first week of December, and my subs happened to be on those same dates that I should be in Kenya. You can already guess what happened. I didn't write those subs. I had to choose between writing subs for something that I do not love, and go out there and do what I truly love. You see, and I chose for me to say, I was about to use bad language, but But I chose for me to say, you know what, I'm gonna do what I love, what my heart wants, how I see myself. I chose that. I left those subs. I went to Kenya. And I graduated with my BCom degree. See, it all starts in the mindset. And it all starts with just 2 words. I quit. One motivational speaker once said that if you wake up each and every morning and you don't love the sound of the alarm at all, and you don't want to wake up, quit what you're doing. Because it's not right for you. It is not right for you. You see. It's definitely not right for you. You see. A lot of times we go through stuff, we do stuff, even though we know we don't want to do those stuff. Even though we know that. You see. But we still do it. And you should ask yourself, why? Why? The same way that I told you. If right now I say quit alcohol, ask yourself why? Why? Find your own why. Everything will be easy. Why are you studying? Why are you doing what you're doing now? Why? And if your answer is because of money, you'll be the most depressed person ever. You see, life starts with the other person. It's always about the other person. Like I said the other day, you know, it's a mirror effect. It's all a mirror effect. I look at another person as if I look at myself. You see, when I see another person, I see another me in them. The same way that I wouldn't want to hurt the other person because I wouldn't want to hurt myself. It's all a mirror effect. It's all a mirror effect. The best life lived is a life of service. You see, a life where it's all about doing good for the other person, doing good for humanity. One thing that I liked about I watched Lisa Nichols' interview the other time, and she was like, I make lots of money because I serve others. When I heard those words, I was like, I can't wait to say those words. You see, a lot of people think there's no money in the life of service. You see, I can't do this because there's no money. Are we doing this for money?
Shouldn't be that way.
It shouldn't be that way, ever. Life is not about waking up, going to a job that you don't like, pay bills, wait for the weekend. That's not life. That is not life. There is more to life than just that. You see? There is really more to life than just that. That is not life at all. That is not life. Imagine. For the rest of your life, waiting for one day of your life, one day of each and every month to pay bills.
So you're waiting for 12 days in a year.
12 days in a year. In 365 days, you only look forward to 12 days. What is that? What is that?
That's not life.
That is not life at all. But a life of service. I wake up each and every day looking forward to the next day and looking forward to what am I going to change today? What difference am I going to be today? That's the best life lived. What difference am I going to be in the life of those that I touch, in the lives of those that I interact with today? You would ask yourself today, like, how did it happen that I just texted you, I want to take a walk. And then here we are today, having this conversation. Ask yourself those things. You see, most of us, we know what we should be doing. We know what we want to we want to be. We know who we want to be. You know, most of us, we know those questions, but we run away from ourselves. You know, we run. I'd rather spend a lot of time on Facebook, watch other people live, rather than watch myself live. I'd rather do that. It's absurd. It's insane. It's truly insane. It is crazy. Look into your own life. How many times do you spend time with yourself and not be on your phone? How many times? In a day where you say, I have 24 hours. And then you ask yourself, what did I do with my 24 hours? Did I have time to sit down by myself and grow myself? Did I grow my mindset today? What skills did you acquire today? Ask yourself those questions. Listen. A lot of us, like I said, we know who we want to be. But we know that that person, it will take a lot of courage to become that person. And the comfort zone, the comfort of being where I am today, I know that's the person that I want to be, but I'm comfortable with the person that I am now. I don't want to change who I am now to become that person that I want to be. You think God is stupid? God will just be like, hey, you, there. You have to be willing. Willingness and courage. You have to take the courage. It's a courageous step. It's a courageous step. I've spoken for the last 17 minutes. So I hope this helps someone out there. I hope this helps someone out there to stand up today, to rise up and become who they are, to realize the potential within themselves. If only we could realize that we are creators. We can create what we want to create, but it takes your mindset. It takes you realizing that, it takes you saying that today I want to be this person and I'm gonna work towards being that person. It takes that. Just one step and towards. One step towards can change the rest of your life. Thank you.